Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different, and that is we're going to take a look at the new Create a Sim items and Build and Buy items from the new stuff pack Nifty Knitting. Now I've not seen any other videos on this, I didn't watch the live stream or anything, the only thing I have seen was the trailer for the pack. So this is going to be like my total first reaction to everything in it. So let's get nitty with it, prepare to rock and shop online with Plopsy. Okay, so here we are in CAS. I have just placed a random family from my library in just so we can have a look at the stuff. So let's go in here. Let's see if we've got any new hats that we want to tag by pack. Nifty Knitting. So we do have a new hat, though we can't try it on because it requires knitting skill level 1. That's fine. We want color by pack again. Okay, so most of this stuff is locked by the knitting skill, which is fine. So we have this cardigan. I mean, I don't dislike it. We also have this jacket, or this cardi even, but this is really similar to a jacket that we already have in game. Can't remember what pack it came with. I think it might have been University. Where's University stuff? That's not that. I know, I swear there's a jacket that's really similar to that. Yeah, this. I feel the colours are the other way round, but it's basically a woolen version of this, which is kind of disappointing. So that's all the new things we've got. I kind of wish we could click on these to see them, but I mean, that's fine. Oh, we need to do this every time, which is annoying. Okay, no full outfits. Oh, okay, we've got a new pair of jeans. I quite like them. I quite like them. I like them in yellow, actually. They're quite fun. I do quite like them. Oh, we can knit socks. So that's exciting. Again, can't try them on or anything because, you know, they're locked behind the skill level. At least you can see them in CAS, though. That's something that's quite nice. And no new shoes. Okay. So we've got a couple new items there. Ooh. So we've got a full body outfit here. Looks like a cardigan and shorts. So that's quite cool. Oh, we've got 2 new pairs of jeans here. I really like them actually, with the sort of diamantes on them. And they come in all the same colours. We also have these. I don't know if this is the same as the male one or not, though I think they're pretty cool. Oh, I like these boots. They're really nice. I do think they'd be nice for cold weather outfits. So I do really like them. We've got the same socks. That's a cute vest. Okay, I like that. That's also cute as well. I like the little embroidered flowers. And then again, we have, oops, just shove that one on. Okay, get rid of that. We also have the 2 here that are locked behind the knitting skill and like the big oversized jumper. Oops. That's fine. So no, that's quite cool. So we've got slightly more for the females, but when don't we? I do prefer what the females got. I feel there's a bit more variation there. I really like the boots. So let's have a look at toddlers. Okay, what category are we in? So shoes, we've got no new shoes, no accessories, no trousers. You can knit a little romper suit for toddlers. That's quite cool. And there's no new tops. Fantastic. And for kids, there is a little knitted dress. That's quite cool. You got a little jumper here that is locked behind the knitting skill. No new trousers. You can knit the socks. And the girls have the same boots. I wonder if it changes based on gender. Okay, so the little boys just get the jumpers and the socks, it looks like. Well, I'm not blown away by the cast, I have to say. I haven't obviously seen the stuff that's locked behind the knitting skill. I do feel that there is not that much considering it's meant to be like a stuff pack. There's so many other like woolen things they could have added in, even if they were locked behind the knitting skill. Like the female clothes I do actually really like. The men's not totally sold with because I do think the two cardigans we've got are very similar to things already in the game. So they could have added more in for men that's different. But that is the case. Okay, so here we are in build mode. I've had a quick look through. Yeah, I've had a quick look through everything, and the only new thing I have seen is this door, which is quite cute. You know, you could make some nice builds with it. And it's called the crocheted flower door. And if I can turn it the right way around, it does have these little, obviously, crocheted flowers in it. So I do think that's quite cute, and you know, it will look nice in, you know, certain builds. It's got a nice variety of swatches. The only issue is if you're wanting to use this door, like this nice painted door in like the peach color, you don't have matching windows for it. So it's going to be hard to incorporate this door into builds when you can't match the rest of it. So while I do like the door, you know, that is a bit of an issue. And it does not look like we have got many objects. Okay, okay. So we've got this rocking chair here. So based on the trailer, this looked pretty poor. I mean, in game, it's not too bad. You know, it's not too bad. It's got some okay swatches. You know, I prefer the coloured ones to the wood because there's not that much matching wood. Like the wood in this game's difficult to match anyway. So, you know, it's got like a variety of different styles. Okay, so there's a chair with arms and chair without arms, and then there's also a different one so you can attach a cushion. So that's quite cool. The only thing with this is I really do hope that you can rock with babies in this, or toddlers even. Like in The Sims 3, you could bring like your babies and your toddlers to the rocking chair and you could rock with them. I do hope that's an interaction that is in this. Actually, you know what? Let's just test that right now. We have a toddler in the family. Come here. Pick up. And then we'll do rock. So can we rock with him? Or are we just glitched? Okay, so toddlers can play with the rocking chair and they can sit on it, but I don't think... Okay, I don't really care if he's acquired the communication skill. The way it looks is you can't... Yeah, you can't rock with a toddler. Okay, fantastic. So that's a bit disappointing. That is quite disappointing, I have to say. Okay, get off the chair now. Get off the chair. I mean, it's not that much different than a regular chair. I am quite sad they didn't include toddlers in this. You know, like that I'm a bit disappointed about that. Anyway, if this will load again, we'll go back to look at the rest of the stuff. So let's look at Nifty Knitting. Okay, so we've got like crafters desks here. Or like we'll just start at the top and work our way down. So we've got some armchairs. Turn this to afternoon. Okay, I like the cushions on these. I do like them. And they have got some fun swatches, so I like that. And then there is a matching sofa. Okay, so they're quite cute. I am getting sort of tiny living vibes from these though. Like I feel like this, it's basically the same style of furniture and like the patterns and things. They're quite similar. That is one thing I will say, like off the bat, like this reminds me a bit of tiny living. So we have a crafter's desk. So that's quite cute. I mean, it says it's a desk, but I don't know if you could actually like use that as a desk or if that's more like a sort of hallway table. Oh, no, I got that. My bad, my bad. I got that mixed up. So this is a hallway table. It's quite cute. I don't know how often I would use this in houses though, purely because of the chalkboard. Like I think it's quite cool. And like I quite like the swatches. Uh, it's just I don't particularly like the chalkboard. So then we've got the crafter's desk, and I can already tell I prefer this. And it has all the same swatches. So I do definitely prefer the sort of coloured versions. Like I like this one. So I would probably use this more than the hallway table. I can't see where I would use that. And here is a craft storage desk. So that's quite cute. I mean, I can imagine this being quite good in like kids' rooms, like it's like nice bright colours. So that's one thing I can see for this. I don't, maybe in like an artist studio or something I would use this, but again, in like my normal builds, I don't think I would, though I do like the swatches. And we have the little house shelf. So I guess this is obviously meant to go on a wall. Just get a wall. And yeah, so this is obviously meant to go on a wall. Let's have a look at the different swatches. So you get like two-toned ones with white on the outside, which I think are quite cool. Or you get kind of normal ones. I guess this kind of matches the chair, but then there's not one with the wood and the white, which is disappointing. Like there's this one, but then that doesn't really match with the wood of the rocking chair. And then if you change it to that, it's too dark. Again, like I said, none of the wood swatches in this game match. Though those shelves are quite cute. I do quite like them. And then there is a little pegboard here. So that's quite cute. Again, I probably wouldn't use this. It would be a very specific kind of build I would use this. Like if I was building a garage, which, you know, you can't because there's no cars, like no shade, but, you know, that would obviously go in there, or like an artist studio. But in a regular house where, you know, you just have like your easel or something, I wouldn't I wouldn't use this. Though I do quite like some of the backgrounds on it. I think that's quite cool. So then we've got this little shelf, which kind of similar to the desk. Obviously, you know, you wouldn't put a computer on this one. So I mean, this is quite cool. Again, I don't know when I would use this though. Just the design of it, and with the crafting supplies there, you know, you wouldn't have this in like your dining room or something. That's a really nice swatch though. I like the background of it. You know, it would be a very specific sim and a very specific room that I think you could fit this into. Like I wouldn't use this in my normal gameplay. You know, you could make like a nice colorful build or whatever, but I don't know, I wouldn't use this in my normal gameplay. So here we have a beginner's yarn basket. That's quite cute with a little bunny sticking out. So I do quite like this. The swatches are okay for it. I think my favourite one's actually probably just the plain wicker. And then a super stash yarn basket, which is just like a knitting bag, which I think this is quite cute. I really like this one. I think blue and yellow, as you can see by the stuff I'm leaving out, they're probably like my favourite swatches. So I do enjoy that one. And then you just get a decorative yarn ball, which we can put in our little shell. So yeah, I guess these are like the functional skilling ones, and then this is what you would maybe put in your little desk, maybe? Yeah, we'll put this on the crafter's desk. Sorry, I'm all over the place with the camera. Then we've got festive felt flowers. Okay, I prefer these so far. This is probably one of the items in the pack I think I would use the most so far. Again, really like the blue and the yellow swatch. There's a nice pink one, a wooden one, a white and black one, so you know it's nice and neutral. So I do think this is probably something I could see fitting into more homes that I would personally play with and the kind of Sims that I do and the the gameplay styles and things. Like I think this would probably fit into something I would use. So then we've got a tabletop loom. So that's quite exciting. Let's put this on the desk. I hope that I don't know if that's functional or not, we'll have to see. There's okay. So environment 1, this isn't functional, I don't think, which is a shame because that's quite cool. Then there's a knitter's almanac, which is like a little sort of pattern book with like your wools and scissors and things. This is really cute. I do like this, and I do think that would be nice in sort of an elder build, so that's quite cute. Then we have got, ooh, Madame Crumplebottom's embroidery collection. This is cute. Okay, I like this. I do like this. Let's have a look at the different swatches. Oh, okay, I really do like this. This is something I can see myself using. Like, I think this would fit in, a number of builds. I think I like this. Like, there's not much more I can say, as otherwise I really do like this. And then everyone gets a pegboard. Oh, that's quite big. I could see, I'm kind of in the same vein with like the other little pegboard, whatever that is. This one. Like, I kind of think these are sort of one and the same. I could probably see myself using the big one more purely because it does have the cork board and it feels a bit less industrial than like maybe industrial is not the right word, but it feels a bit less garagey. This is something you could probably see, like a teen or something having in their room, to store like their crafting stuff and then they can put like photos of their friends and things on. Like I could see that fitting into a household more than I can see this one. Like the other one I definitely think would need to be like a studio kind of environment. And then finally, there is a decorative rolling cart for your wools. Oops. Take a look at the swatches. I do like the peachy color. I do like that. There are some really nice swatches. But I wouldn't use this. But that I wouldn't use that. So that's a thing. Like a lot of this stuff, it's nice, and in certain builds it would look fantastic, but general day-to-day gameplay, I would never use that decorative rolling cart. I'm guessing it's decorative. Like I don't know which of the stuff is like functional or not. Okay, that's not. Okay, so with these, they also have to be in your inventory to use them. That's all obviously decorative. So the two functional items, which look like they would be like decor, and you could use them, they would need to be in your inventory, so it doesn't really matter what ones you buy. Like you can't decorate your house with them. So we put this in here. Yeah, this one, which would make sense to have in your inventory to knit, isn't functional, and that's just pure decorative. So I mean that's a thing. What I want to look at though is I want to look at the buy debug items, because as we can see here, if I'll just go back to my pack filter. There we go. There's not that many things here for a tenner. So obviously I'm guessing quite a lot of that is locked behind the knitting skill, is what I'm thinking. So I'm just gonna quickly check buy debug and see what else we've got. Okay, so I have tracked down the objects in debug. So you get these little buffets for your feeties. They're pretty cute. I quite like them. I like them. I mean, I guess like with the couch, I mean, maybe like I don't know, like with the other swatches. This one I wouldn't really say fits. Maybe that one? I guess. I don't know. There's some of them I quite like. Obviously, like the plain black and white, that goes in, more builds than the others, and like the white and grey one. I quite like them. So they're quite nice. So we've also got hanging plants, which I think are really cool. I am quite glad we've got these. Like they're like little succulents in a jar. Like I think they're really pretty. And then we've also got these little ones here. And they come in some really pretty colors. And obviously I get that these are locked behind the skill, but I kind of wish they weren't, Like I wish these were something you could just access in build mode. Like they're so nice. And I'm not the best with the debug menu, like I'll be honest. Oh, these don't go on a desk, that's fine. I'm not the best with sort of debug menu. Like it takes me ages to find anything in them. With this kind of stuff, like a cactus cozy, or maybe the whole cactus is knitted, I'm not entirely sure. But I think it would be nicer, if you could access these anyway, and you could maybe knit different color variations, or like if the black and white ones you could access as standard, and then if you wanted like the other versions you would have to learn to knit them. Like I think I would prefer that. Like there's so many things here, and there's little penguins, they're really cute, I quite like them. And the little octopuses that are actually a lot bigger than I thought, but they would go really nicely in like nurseries. And these rugs, like how pretty are, so I'll turn the grid lines off. How pretty are these rugs? Like I feel like it would be nicer if you could access this normally, And the cute little teddy bear. Oh, these are tiny. These are absolutely tiny. These are quite cute. I love the little panda. He's cute. And then you've got the little Unravel toy. I've not played Unravel. Oh my god, is that a little Grim? Okay, I like him. I think he's quite cute. So you've got the little Yarnies. I've never played Unravel, so I don't really have an attachment or anything. Is this a mailbox? Okay. Okay. They're interesting. I will give you that. I think the only one, it would be very specific Sims that could pull off a mailbox like this. And I think the only one I would use would probably be this one. Like the other ones are quite cool, but generally I don't have a sim that would have a mailbox like this. And then there's like your skill books, little yarnies and stumps, and more knitting books. So I mean, there's a lot of things I've got out in the lawn here, but that's because they're all different swatches because they're in debug. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's maybe like 13 objects are in debug, like extra to what you get in the pack. I mean, I guess it's not terrible for your money. I mean, it's better than Luxury Party. Like Luxury Party is like right at the bottom with its like 6 items. So I mean, this is obviously an improvement on that. But I mean, I don't think this should have been a pack by itself. I think they could have expanded on the idea, and they could have made an entire crafting pack, and they could have included things that aren't in the game. Like they could have brought like the pottery wheels back from like The Sims 2, or you know things of that nature. They could have made an entire like a game pack based on crafting rather than a knitting stuff pack that has most of the items locked behind the skill. So if you're just in Create a Sim, like creating a new family, or you don't really know how like buy debug works, and you look at it for the first time, you're going to think you've only got like 10 items. So that's an issue I have. Also a lot of it I personally just wouldn't use in a normal house build. I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 items, I think, yeah, this could be a new staple. Like I like the couch and the chairs, I really like them. But other than that, I wouldn't use a lot of it. Like my issue with the door, it doesn't match any of the windows. You maybe use like plain white. But then I don't know, I feel like a colourful door would have like windows to match. Like that's like my gripe with the game. And the two functional things for knitting, like they put a lot of like design into them. There's so many different coloured swatches and things, but you don't actually display them in your home. It's like, I don't know. Let's put it in her inventory. Like maybe it sits at her feet while she knits. Okay, it costs 20 simoleons to knit a beanie, but let's do that. Let's knit a beanie. Like maybe she'll sit on the rocking chair and the little box will come out at her feet. No. That's my issue. Like, I don't really get what the point of these are. Like, either make them decorative so you could have them next to like your rocking chair or whatever, but you know, you would have to buy double of them if you wanted a decorative version. Like, it doesn't really matter which one you buy, it's just going to sit in your inventory and nobody's going to see it. Like, that is, you know, that's my thinking with this. You know, like, I mean, it's cool we've got the knitting skill, and you know what? I think it's something that elders can do, and that's what this community has been asking for, is something for the elders. But how, what out of this would you put in an elder's home? Like, none of the furniture items are that scream elder to me. Like, that is my issue with it. Like, it's content we've been asking for, but not what we want, if that makes sense. I mean, it's not a terrible pack. Like, I think it's quite cool you can knit. Like, some of the items are nice, but typical EA like fashion, it just doesn't quite hit the mark. But anyway, this is a bit of a different video. You know, we'll see the toddler on the rocking chair because he can't sit in his mom's lap, but that's actually quite cute. But yeah, no, that's quite cute. Yeah. So I wouldn't say I'm disappointed, but I wouldn't say I'm, you know, 100% happy with it either. So I hope you have enjoyed this. It's probably super late considering all the game changers now have their videos out for days now. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have fun with Nifty Knitting, and I will see you in the next video.